Hi guys, 732 Review Crew back. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And this is Season 3, Episode 1 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This one is titled Anne, and we are finally on Season 3 after that nice two-parter that we had to finish it. Woo! Now, as of now, Buffy has currently left Sunnydale. Do we know where she's going? I think we guessed L.A.
That was our only guess. I don't think we really have any idea.
I said she was going to Seattle to guest star on Grey's Anatomy.
We do know there is going to be a new Slayer, possibly.
There has to be a new Slayer, simply
Yeah.
just because we lost our actual Slayer last episode.
Maybe it's Anne.
Maybe it's Anne. I don't think it's going to be Anne.
That would be. I have no idea, but that's a good guess.
There's only one way for us to find out who's going to be replacing
That's a
Kendra.
Slayer name, though.
That wouldn't be a Slayer name, but we have. Yeah, but you're right. Buffy is a Slayer. Can't wait to find out, though. As we do with every episode, that's the first episode of a series and season. This is available for free in our Patreon for full length. So if you want to watch this with your own material synced up, head on over, check the link in the comments. And if you do enjoy it, you can support us. Otherwise, we're going to be beginning this in 3, 2, 1. Thanks.
That's right, big boy.
That's Willow.
Come and get it.
Why's Willow here?
Someone's got to do it.
Oh, the gang is doing it!
Hey!
Ooh! Whoa! That was a cool flip.
Oof. I was going to throw it.
No fucking way.
It really never works. How did that happen? Wasn't Andy Holick on the gymnastics team? That's right, he was. Cheater!
Well, I'm gonna be busy a lot, but only till 3, and that's when you usually get up.
I can't wait to see Cordelia. I can't believe I can't wait to see Cordelia.
He's older than him. He was a senior.
Yeah, so he's graduated.
The camera's different. You notice that? Their camera's higher quality now.
It feels like it.
Oh,
Sir?
Angel?
It's daylight.
How did you find
It's a
me?
dream.
I'll never leave. Not even if you kill me.
A shitty apartment.
Oh, shit. Is that new?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, it's updated. Oh, these are spoilers for the season. It's just a
Man, see, I think we're getting to the point where I'm going to start remembering shit.
That's a cool...
Yeah, that's what I remember from the intro. Fuck. That's like the intro I remember. I don't remember the old one.
I like how they updated the sound on it, too.
She's our waitress.
Sure you don't want me to work it off for you?
Can we get pie?
You've got a peach pie. I can't guarantee there's a peach in it.
Shouldn't have blown all our money.
Come on. It was worth it. Hey,
Did they get matching tattoos?
check this out.
It's nice and permanent.
Yeah. Forever. I mean, that's the whole point.
Hey, do I know you?
I don't think so.
School together.
Really? Where are you from?
I'll get your pie.
Did they?
I'm going to assume she went to school in LA with her.
So no joy at the cemetery.
Why is there kids in the library?
Well, we try not to get killed. That's part of our whole mission statement. Don't get killed.
Is Andrew around?
Well, yeah, somewhere.
Good. Great. I haven't seen him yet. Do I look okay?
Aw.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't meet anybody over the summer, did he? No. Who's he gonna meet in Sunnydale? But monsters and stuff. But then again, he's always been attracted to monsters.
You came to visit me. You came with books? Are they books for me?
Well, actually, they're kind of for me.
I don't get it.
Well, it's sort of a funny story.
Oh, he didn't pass.
You remember when I didn't graduate?
Well, I know you had a lot of incompletes, but that's what summer school was for.
Yeah. Well, you remember when I didn't go?
Slow down, people. Summer is over. Be somber.
Who are you?
I feel like that was important.
Pretty much banking on you finding it cute.
Traditionally, repeating a grade isn't exactly a turn on.
I don't want to come on too geeky, but, okay, I'm psyched.
Aw.
Your
How's
hair
my-
is fine.
Cool.
Xavier looks different too.
Who are these guys?
You know who
know
this
that guy.
is.
all about
Oh, it's
Yeah, Xander helped him come out.
and not have quite as many mysterious deaths. Sunnydale is great. Good summer?
It was all right.
Cool.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll see ya.
Yeah, whatever.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
it's so different when they don't have ways to communicate over the summer like we did, you know? Even
Yeah.
on vacation.
Damn, bro.
Can of soup?
SpaghettiOs. Breakfast of champions.
Buffy needs a monster to slay.
I'm no one. A friend in Oakland has a sketchy report of a young girl fending off a group of vampires about a week ago. There's a problem.
I feel like it's not Buffy.
And what makes this different from the last 9 leads?
I believe there's a meal on this flight.
But it's good that you're looking, though. You shouldn't give up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He's lost everybody.
Just one must try. But I should go.
You don't think maybe he'll find her?
I think he'll find her when she wants to be found.
This is so sad.
Those prostitutes in the background?
Yep.
Buffy?
Buffy.
I guess you don't recognize me. I was calling myself Chanterelle then. I used to. Well, I was not.
Oh! Basement thing.
Lame, I know.
Is nowhere she
How come you came
belongs.
up with Anne?
It's my middle name. What do they call you at home? I like Lily.
Hey, do you have any money? I didn't mean that like. Well, I just mean. I know this guy. He's gonna have this kind of rave thing in his basement. We could go.
I don't think so. I just kind of. I want to be alone.
That's not very polite.
I'm no one.
Is he a demon?
There's a trend. No, that's the second homeless person to do that now.
Bro, it's Buffy. She's fine.
Car, though.
She's been thrown into a wall from 20 feet away.
Maybe you shouldn't move.
Maybe you should lie down. Somebody call an ambulance.
I need to go.
You're right. You know what, Mike? You're right.
She's a goddamn slayer, bro.
No, it should. He was handing out flowers earlier to the homeless.
You're pretty new around here. You got the look, though.
Look.
Like you had to grow up way too fast. Don't be shy about stopping by. I mean, I guess you're not starving, but we're not just interested in feeding the body. You might find something you're missing.
You're right, Joe.
I know. Sniffed it out.
This is not a good place for a kid to be. You get old fast here. The thing that drains the life out of them is despair. I mean, kids come here, they got nothing to go home to, and this ends up being the last stop for a lot of them. Shouldn't have to be that way.
Goddamn right. So I'm scared of whatever cult he's pushing.
A lot of runaway teens in LA.
Boy, I'm glad we showed up for depressing night.
This is just cooler Inkwell.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what she's doing. Gabbing to all of her friends about her passionate affair with Pedro the Cabana Boy. Oh, it's possible you're talking about Buffy.
It's possible.
Oh, I know what we need.
Vampire Slayer?
Next best thing. Bait.
What?
Oh, of course, come on in.
No.
Giles ex Buffy's mom.
A friend of mine called
Eric.
Lead. No vampires. Bunch of school kids in heavy mascara listening to extremely silly music.
You had this whole relationship with her behind my back. I feel like you've taken her away from me.
Wow.
Oh my god. I mean, in a way.
Yeah, kinda, to be honest.
I didn't make Buffy who she is.
And who exactly is she?
Ricky's gone. I haven't seen him for more than a day. He's never left for that long. I think something's happened. Maybe something's happened. I don't know what to do.
We gave blood lots of times because you get it.
She comes off as a useless character, but she's so useful because she's literally.
Blair Harris.
No, she's pushing Buffy to come back.
So probably go faster if we split up.
Can I come with you?
Okay, where did I lose you on the whole splitting up thing? Thanks.
Thanks, nurse.
I'll tell him you were looking.
That was a weird thing to say. I'll tell him you were.
I mean, they
looking?
lingered on her face while she looked around real confused. So
Yeah.
Do you think she's related to the vampires because she gives them blood?
I don't. I think it's all related.
This music, though.
Oh God.
They're pulling the life essence out of the young runaways because nobody's gonna miss them. All the people we saw who were older were young. Oh.
And then all of the old homeless people we've seen say they're no one. And that guy handing out the flyers said they were no one.
The person that I found was old. He looked about 80.
Well, that's not Ricky.
I'm sure it was.
How?
I don't know how, but
It's
it was
that
like
too.
something drained the life out of him.
Do you mean like a vampire?
No. A vampire couldn't accelerate the aging process.
Maybe it's not Ricky, okay?
Lily, this is something you're just gonna have to deal with.
But he didn't do anything wrong. Why would this happen to him?
That's not the point. These things happen all the time. You can't just close your eyes and hope that they're gonna go away.
Yeah, Buffy.
Let her fucking go through her own thing, okay?
You know about monsters and stuff. You could have brought this with you.
I didn't bring anything with me. And I didn't ask for you to come to me with your problems. I just wanted to be left alone. If you can't deal, then don't lay it off on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you gonna fucking blame her? I know it's just grief in the moment, but yeah.
No, it's totally Buffy's fault.
She's gonna get snatched up right now.
Are you okay? Ricky? Say, are you Lily? Right. Right, he was talking about you.
Yep.
Ricky's with us now.
Oh, does he drain their hope and soul or whatever?
Well, someone sure handed you a tall tale. Ricky's no more dead than I am.
Oh, the creepy smile, girl. You gotta use your instincts more. Every single group you join is bad.
See, she's going back to the blood bank.
Candidate for what?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Breaking into your office and going through your private files. Candidate for what?
I'm calling the police.
Now you've got a whole bunch of candidates here. I wonder if any of them are missing like Ricky. Gosh, I bet they are. I just want to be alone and quiet in a room with a chair and a fireplace and a tea cozy. I don't even know what a tea cozy is, but I want one. Instead, I keep getting trouble, which I am more than willing to share.
I give him the names of the healthy ones.
Give them to who?
Well, don't you look nice?
I guess.
Well, you don't want to wear your own outfit to the cleansing. It'll get soaked.
She's got to stop joining cults.
I don't think she's gonna have to worry about that after this.
Is this actually a baseball bat that's been
you're
chopped
right.
off? He actually has the best one, probably. I appreciate that. Xander's is just a big old block.
Everything's a joke with you.
No, just our relationship.
What relationship?
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
Willow, turn
We actually
around.
bury that piece of the past, don't we?
Notice there's no one else there.
The water.
Correct.
Woke up and I looked in the mirror and I thought, hey, what's with all the sin? I'm bad with the sex and the envy and that loud music us kids listen to nowadays. Oh, I just suck at undercover. Where's Ken?
The sex and the loud music, guys.
I suck at this undercover.
The kids love nowadays.
Don't touch it.
Is it evil goo?
It's always evil goo.
It's not water.
This is a private moment. If you could just...
How do you make a mold, Ken? Do you feed on youth? What's the deal?
Do you really want to know?
What's going on?
I hate goo.
Throw Ken in there, Buffy.
She can overpower the fuck out of it.
They both went in there?
What? It's a portal dimension?
Do you have any idea how hard it is to glue that thing on?
The fuck is that?
A demon?
Well, duh. Huh. I think they used that set in Doctor Who.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Person chained up in there. Oh, Buffy.
Where's your guard?
You're never leaving.
Is this like a pocket dimension where time doesn't matter? Is that how they get old?
Well, time moves. They're living out lifetimes there, but it's a blink of an eye.
That's what the pocket dimension.
Faithful? Probably met up with some hot little Inca mummy girl. Yeah, I heard about her.
Oh.
Come on, Cordelia.
Oh no! Oh no!
Reunited.
That was almost
Feels so good.
That was almost terrible with the stake in his hand because she fell on him. Good thing the plot hole of the stake disappearing
It
occurred.
was actually plot armor.
Always knew I would come here. Sooner
What?
or later.
Hell?
What is hell but the total absence of hope? The substance, the tactile proof of despair. Time moves more quickly here than in your reality. 100 long years will pass here on Earth. It's just a day. You'll die of old age before anyone wonders where you went. Not that anyone will, that's why we chose you. So pathetically determined to run away from whatever it is you used to be.
Whatever you thought, whatever you were, does not matter.
I worked at one of those
You are
jobs.
no one now. Mean nothing.
Applebee's.
Who are you?
I'm Buffy, the vampire slayer, and you are?
There we go.
There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo! He's killed 3 demons.
Anyone who's not having fun here? Follow me.
Grab their weapons. Cease the means of production. Dude. Why doesn't she keep one of their weapons?
Because she's fast.
You need no weapons, Joe.
Yeah, she's a dex build, bro.
Oh, these guys are strong.
Well, I mean, they are demons.
They are demons, yeah.
Fighting's been up the notch again.
Absolutely.
Especially when the guy.
It'd be nice if they all fucking helped her out, though. Yeah.
No, they get in the way.
There's like hundreds of them.
He's got some rage to take out right now, Joe.
You haven't seen hundreds. There's at most like 3 dozen.
15 minimum.
That's the weapon. Am I wrong?
You just don't fight back.
Oh, it's a hammer and a sickle. Let's go.
I got a hammer and a sickle.
He's like
the means.
Oh yeah, it's from the opening intro. Yeah.
Woo!
Take notes, Oz. Yo, nice kick.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Humans aren't supposed to fight back. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Buffy, fight back.
Where's your friend? Where's Lily?
Yeah. He punched 2 with 1 punch.
One of you fights, and you all die. That was not permitted.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Lily, push him.
Let everyone know this.
Go,
is the
go.
price
Yes, Lily, push.
of value.
Yeah! Into the pile of goo.
Riot!
Riot! You're gonna save the people stuck in there, Buffy?
And this is why you follow OSHA regulations. There should have been a handrail there.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't know what he expected to happen there.
Oh!
Fully deserved.
Want to see my impression of Gandhi? Gandhi? Well, you know, he was really pissed off.
Oh, okay. People
What?
stuck in there.
Yeah, there were still people there. You're right.
He said you can start on Thursday. He's
He's just going home.
he's kind of repulsive, but he won't give you a hard time.
Can I be Anne?
That was cute.
It was.
Also super,
Mom!
super tragic.
Please! Yes! Oh.
I want a hug. Oh. Oh, man.
You gotta be careful what you wish for on this channel.
Yeah.
You too, commenters, you gotta be careful what you wish for.
That was a great
start, yeah.
great start to what I want to say is going to be a great season.
Well, I mean, a lot of people on the comments were saying season 3 is where it gets very, like season 1 and 2.
You just got a taste of it.
Well,
you got like a better idea of things to come with this episode. And
first season and second season kind of set the story, the characters, the emotions. You know what's going on. It gives you a feel for the world. Then the rest of the seasons are kind of just completing the world building and Buffy and her friends, adding new characters here and there. In this one, we learn about a new character named Anne. It's just Buffy, but it's her middle name, Buffy Ann Summers. And she's ran away to what we assume is Los Angeles, I believe, just to get away from vampires and monsters. But kind of...
No, she ran away to get away from her problem.
Yeah, but involved vampires and monsters too, because she kept causing issues for people around her. But we see that just because she's left Sunnydale doesn't mean the monsters are stopping. The Hellmouth is still producing vampires, including the one gymnastics boy who flipped over Xander, I think it was.
Yeah, I appreciate you for loving the show for the monsters, but this show, like, I feel like a main theme of this show is that the monsters and vampires and all of the scary creatures that go bump in the night are not the problem, and it's the human issues that are the problem.
Oh, yes. And then we see in this one, I mean, they very tragically highlight, which, I mean, to this day is still a thing.
Yeah, that was really sad.
The youths, the young kids, the teens that are homeless who end up in these big cities trying to find, situations like this, like hope, somebody to live with, like we saw with, I think, Ricky and Lily. They just want and just somebody, they're down on their luck, they're kids. They need somebody to be with them, or they need friends.
Yes,
some hope.
but they have no one.
They have no one. And you see, some of them, and they did a little like pan over. There was like a couple here, and then everybody else was by themselves. So those who are lucky enough to find someone are a little bit better off. But those who don't have someone, you see what happens in the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They're in hell, for lack of better words, eternal slaves for the rest of their lives. And what is one day for them in the real life world is 100 days in that world, which is, is crazy, because technically these people can go missing for, like, as we saw, for not even a day and end up just
and they worked in an eternity.
Exactly. And I kind of curious, I know they didn't address it, but it seems like she left a lot of people in there. There was a lot of people still in there. A lot of them were just kind of standing watching her fight, not helping. Like you said, seize the means of production and help, but she didn't.
There are all those people that are lost because they've been there for so long.
You're right. They may have been in there for what has been years.
They weren't even capable of escaping.
They may have been weak and stuff like that. But
they didn't know who they lost all hope. And they didn't even remember their names.
And Buffy's group, by the way, was like a new group of people that just came in. So, and then they made sure that we knew that.
Yes.
Which is great, because, they're asking your names.
So where do you think they were?
It's
he
a
didn't
pocket
say
dimension.
it. Did he say it was a pocket dimension?
No, but I'm pretty sure it's a pocket dimension.
Yeah, he alluded that it's like, oh, but isn't this hell? But like,
there's all the realms of hell and whatnot. And, hell does not have to be one specific place, as this gentleman or the demon in this episode said. Hell is just a place where hope doesn't exist.
Yes.
Which is a great thing to say, because, I mean, watching this first episode, even before Buffy went into hell, for lack of better words, her life was hell because she had no hope. She was just doing day-to-day motions, trying to survive without anything to look forward to.
And pretending to be somebody else.
Correct.
I think was the big takeaway from this episode also is, you know.
And while she's pretending to be someone else, we see that back in Sunnydale, Xander, Willow, and Oz have all stepped up to become vampire slayers. They're not the greatest because they don't have super strength, obviously, but at least they have the added benefit of having worked with Buffy for the 1.5, 2 years that she was there.
Yeah, they just weren't writing down enough of her puns.
Oh yes. Now
and one-liners.
I wanna point
which I love that they gave her like a big send-off with the Gandhi thing.
He's a Gandhi if he was mad. But I like how we have this whole thing where Oz is now out of school, but unfortunately they brought him back to school because he's so smart that he hates taking tests, but he didn't do any of it. And it kind of put his relationship with Willow on like rocky terms because even though she really
Willow's like, what do you mean you didn't take your academics seriously?
That's her big thing for her. Whereas Oz is a chill dude. He doesn't want to really worry about that. But Willow is very serious about her academics. You even see it in some of the episodes prior to this where she's talking to Xander and Buffy about studying and stuff like that. She's the one that helps everybody study. So I mean, for her boyfriend, who is the one of only 2 people that Bill Gates contacted to become part of his, society. Remember that episode?
Yeah.
For him to not apply himself and just kind of goof off and pretend it's cute is probably, as we saw, not what
like
he wanted.
She said, not cute.
Which is why her and Oz was Oz at the bronze or no?
No.
So it was just her and Xander, and they were kind of having a depressing night because Xander thought
Oz was there.
Cheated. He brought drinks, I thought.
Yeah, Oz was there.
He brought drinks, but they were still having.
He walked over and gave her a cup and was like, "But we got a rhythm."
Yeah.
Oh
But
their conversation originally was just the 2 of them, and my bad.
It was a very depressing thing. There was what I consider a reconciliation between Xander and Cordelia because they're both kind of really shallow, and I think they both took what happened at surface value because they're both also not willing to admit they missed the other person. And obviously, we as growing up in this era, we have to remember there was no.
I wouldn't call it. No. It's not shallow.
Sorry.
They present a shallow exterior as a defensive mechanism.
Correct.
Because they haven't.
They appear
even
shallow.
though they clearly like each other a lot.
They fear rejection.
Right.
Which is why Xander was so worried.
And they both think they both think they're not good enough for the other person.
Which is crazy because they're both perfect for each other.
Well, I mean, and the whole thing that's then, Xander being a geek, she doesn't feel like she's good enough for him because of how many times she saved her, and he's proven himself to her. Maybe not to other people, but he specifically saved her a bunch of times. Now, in this episode, we finally see her save him, which prompted.
And she literally, by just her throwing herself at him,
I was a little worried. I was just worried because, sometimes in Buffy, it seems like the stake doesn't disappear when they kill the vampires. And so I was unsure if this was going to be one of those scenes where somebody accidentally gets hurt or something like that.
Not episode 1.
You never know, because episode 1 would be a great way to start off like a brutal
stabbing of our beloved character.
It started off brutal. What do you mean?
Yeah,
she was living on the brink of homelessness in LA alone, depressed, and then almost ended up in an alternate realm of existence as a slave.
And you're great pointing out that, when the homeless people were saying we're nobody, we're nothing, that's because that's what the demons were telling them. Mm-hmm. So 100 years of being told that, or we would assume is probably 70 years,
50 years.
50 or 50 to 60 years, because they probably get thrown out after a while. They're probably like, I'm nobody, I'm nothing, which is crazy because that means that they're basically kidnapping all the teens, and then all the older people you see, for the most part in this series that we're in, we're all teens who have been sent out.
Yep.
Now, I like how they tried to, but I thought it was interesting how they tried to frame his death on like a suicide overdose because they gave him like bleach or something.
Yeah, that was fucked up. Yeah.
I mean, they obviously have an understanding of human society because those guys who probably opened.
No, I think he did it because we saw 2 people that were alive that weren't.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he literally came back out and he
killed himself.
Yeah.
You think he killed himself? Okay, that's a chance.
That's fucking brutal.
I would say that
it was a brutal episode.
Yeah.
Now I will say this was a very interesting start. It was very apparent to me that between this season and the previous season, there has been an upgrade in the camera Just by simply watching last episode to this one, everything is a lot more clear.
Yeah, definitely.
The sound
fighting.
effects were great. The fighting was great. I mean, they started off by flexing on us by having a guy do a front somersault flip over Xander and run away. And then they played it off by saying, "Oh, he was a gymnastics team member." That makes sense. The one guy Xander has to fight that's a vampire that's also a gymnast.
Yeah, I loved Oz throwing the steak, and it was like, there is no fucking way, and he whips it. So then I like even more that Buffy later on does the same thing, and yeah.
Now, I like how we have a very good realization from Buffy's mom, who's grieving's point of view towards Giles. She has not connected with her daughter in the same way that Giles has for obvious reasons.
Right.
Giles being a watcher and being completely aware of her secret life allows Buffy to be more open with Giles, but also Buffy and Giles not being her parent, rather more like a father figure, also means she can do things in front of him that she probably wouldn't do in front of her family. Mom, for example, when dating Angel and being with Angel, even if Buffy's mom didn't know Angel was a vampire, the fact that he's like 20, 24, 240, would have probably been like, Buffy's mom would have been like, no, but Giles was like, I don't, you're a Slayer, he's a vampire, you don't get to live long, do it. It kind of felt like, the happiness.
He didn't give any approval, nor did he have to. No. He just was like, okay.
Well, he knows
be careful.
He knows that for Slayers, happiness is a fleeting thing, probably because they die so young.
Yes.
So he's,
he definitely has realized that in the first two seasons.
But in this, Buffy's mom feels like Buffy was stolen from her by Giles, and changed. Whereas all Giles did was really just guide her, teach her about things.
Yeah, I think it was more envy though.
It was envy, but it was also. The grieving.
That's a good word.
It was grieving. She was envious of the relationship that somebody who wasn't even blood related to her daughter had. Mm-hmm. Especially in this world where Buffy's mom has just been asking for the truth for like 2 seasons. She wants to know what's going on in her daughter's life. Giles, the librarian, knows more about Buffy's life than her mom, so obviously her mom was unhappy. I thought it was going to be like a relationship thing forming from comfort, but it's
we've been pretty adamant of I don't think so.
I think so.
Anything is possible.
I mean, we have a nice
maybe like season 7.
Sure.
We have a good ending, though, because Buffy is speaking to Lily and says, Lily's like, I can't live by myself. And Buffy was like, I couldn't either. You just got to learn. And, I like how
Lily needs to become Anne.
She wants to be Anne. And, I mean, you might be, if you watch this and you're like, why does she want to be Anne? Well, because she saw when Buffy was Anne, Buffy was strong.
So it's like a hopeful thing that she took the Anne name, but it is extremely sad that she couldn't carry on with Lily.
But we don't know her real name.
It seemed like she was happy as Lily up until this last couple hours.
It seems like when she joins groups or organizations or cults, they give her names, and because she doesn't like her original name. And like,
well, no, it's literally she's being different people to fit the mold so that she can be taken care of. It's defensive mechanism. It's who she's creating. She's molding herself to be who she needs to be in the moment.
But she picked a good person. At least
finally, it seemed like.
I honestly, I liked how there was a callback. I thought she was a classmate, but it's a callback to one of the people Buffy has saved. And I feel like we might have that a few times in this series. Is we're gonna get callbacks to people that Buffy saved who are either doing good or doing bad, and it kind of helps or weighs on Buffy because in this situation, Buffy knew her from somewhere but couldn't place it. But when she placed it, she was like trying to get away because she wanted to be alone. But I think Lily helped Buffy realize that she
can't escape her destiny,
but also
who she is.
There's people out there that care for her and love for her that she needs to go back to because just like Lily,
they need her help.
Yeah.
But also, right.
But when you leave the people like that too, Lily left a bad home. It seems like ran away from the situation.
Yes,
whereas
absolutely.
Buffy ran away to try to run away from her problems and keep people safe around her. So it's a little bit different because Buffy, I think, at this point is realizing I have to go back. I was also kind of hoping that one of the vampire slayers that Giles was going to go find was actually going to be like a new slayer or something. And
no, he's looking for Buffy.
I know he's looking for Buffy.
Okay.
But I mean, when...
sure, that he happenstance would find the new slayer.
Kendra died and he's going around town, around the States, trying to find, the new person that's killing vampires. But unfortunately, it's just a bunch of kids wearing heavy eyeliner listening to silly music. And I like that scene because it was just goth kids that look like vampires. It's my assumption. Don't really have much else to add, except, I mean, it's very clear that Buffy's obviously going to be returning to Sunnydale in the next 2 episodes. Maybe we'll have an episode or 2 of her journey home, where she ends up maybe, staying in places that are supernatural.
She's already home. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, I kind of wish they would have done that then. I wish they would have given us an episode or two of her on the road.
I'm good with one episode of her not being there and coming back home.
Now, I do wonder at some point there has to be a new Slayer introduced, just like Kendra was.
I don't think there has to be. I think that the fact that Buffy died and came back, like, kind of locked it back at her. So when Kendra died, it like did a check. It was like, well, there is a Slayer alive currently, so no renewal.
Well, I thought the way it was...
We don't
know.
I thought the way they described it was when Buffy died, she no longer became the Slayer, and then Kendra became the Slayer, and then when she was brought back to life, she no longer was the Slayer because Kendra was the new Slayer. So when Kendra dies, the Slayer from her is taken away and given to a new girl because Buffy already had it.
See, I'm going with we all live in a simulation, so it's computer language. So it's check if Slayer alive. If no, then create new Slayer. Buffy was alive when Kendra died, so it did not create a new Slayer.
I'm curious to see too, because we saw that we obviously didn't get the name of the teacher.
I don't know.
There was that one teacher who said, "Hey guys, summer's over. Slow down."
Yeah, I felt like that
was foreboding.
That was
Yeah,
foreboding.
it was foreboding,
We
for
saw those
sure.
two.
We're learning. Yeah. Like
We
the
saw-
police officer at fucking career day.
We saw Buffy with one or two,
assassin.
like one or two guys that were just like walking through the hallway talking about stuff. There might be an episode about them.
What was the football character?
No, there was another guy. There's another guy before.
Oh, okay.
They were walking in the hallway that the teacher was yelling at. So it could have been a red herring about the teacher, and it was the kids. Who knows? Maybe they're track stars, and they summon a track demon to run fast because there was a swimming demon, and they'll go fishing.
I think at this
actually,
point
that was the Russians.
we can hope. I'm excited for this season.
Oh, yeah.
I think this season you're going to get a lot more of like this episode and direct character growth, and hopefully a lot less of the.
Well, I mean, we see linear.
What you just said.
We saw we saw some change passage of time in this, though. Specifically, the fact is, I believe Xander, Cordelia, and Willow are seniors now.
They're all seniors.
They're seniors now.
Oh, I guess Buffy's not.
Buffy's expelled.
Buffy's expelled. Buffy was a junior last year, too, before being expelled. So that means, technically, if Buffy returns as she has, she probably can't go back to school. Maybe Willow will tutor her or something.
She'll get back.
Well, look, we don't know if did she finish her junior year.
I don't know. Now, I do want to say, no, she was expelled before the junior year.
Yeah, she was expelled before they graduated.
Yeah, so she was expelled before graduation, so therefore she did not
and
graduate.
it doesn't seem like she did summer school either.
No, neither did Oz.
But can't you just like take your GED?
Yeah,
she could. Yeah, but I feel like she doesn't need to because she's a Slayer and she's just going to be doing that her whole life. She's not going to be keeping the job.
I'm sure there's going to be an episode about that.
Oh my god, I thought it was really funny too that she had a job because there was a whole discussion about like Buffy was like she's thinking about the future but she can't think past just being the Slayer. She can't.
She just needs to be a bouncer.
She does. Or a stunt person, stunt actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, just joking. Besides that, the one thing I'm curious about is obviously the seasons aren't linear because otherwise the first season would have been sophomore year of high school. So I wonder if this season will end. Will they graduate high school and move on to college, or will they become like a Slayer crew or something?
Well, what do you mean they're not linear? They are linear.
No, the first season wasn't like sophomore year. The second season I think was junior year because it wasn't a summer break.
The first season was sophomore.
Was it?
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought she was 16.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not.
And then last season she was 17.
The only reason why I didn't get that is simply just because they didn't have like a summer break episode for anything like this that I can remember. I might be wrong.
Sure, or okay, it was their junior year.
Yeah,
was split in between the two.
Yeah, that's what I think. But
I thought there was a summer. No, this is their second summer break. This is their second summer break on the show.
It was the first summer break.
Between seasons 1 and 2, they opened season 2 where Buffy came back
with her dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I'm wrong.
You're like fucking with me. I'm like, it is linear, right?
No, so that means this.
Yes. So this is senior year.
Senior year. So after senior year, Buffy will be out of school. So I imagine
she's not currently in school.
Well, her friends will be out of school. So if I imagine
she's also currently still a wanted fugitive, right?
No. For the murder?
Yeah.
No, they proved that wrong. Remember? They proved that she didn't murder anybody.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they? Is that all?
Comments. We're leaving on here.
It'll probably be a big.
Because I feel like
it might be a theme.
I feel like you're right, or it was just that the evidence wasn't going to add up. She did still assault a police officer.
No, that was Spike. Oh, you're right. She did assault a police officer.
She assaulted a police officer. Resisted and escaped arrest.
Obstruction of justice.
Yeah. So I mean. She might not be like she might not be like a super wanted for murder, but like She definitely has a warrant.
You're right.
For her
I'm curious to find out though, because
Nothing matters.
they're gonna
It's
have to,
television.
they're gonna have to bring it back because I mean they're pretty good with the continuity of this show in terms of things happening. So I'm very excited to find out. And there's only one way for us to find out. Let's keep watching. So thank you for joining us for season 3, episode 1 of Buffy. If you did enjoy this and you didn't watch it in the full length, it is available for you on Patreon for free from us. And if you do enjoy that, support does go a long way, especially with our double episode drops that we did at the request of the fans. Thank you so much though. We love our Buffy. We've been enjoying it, especially as the seasons go on. I wasn't sure the intro.
It's getting better and better.
The intro was.
That's the intro I remember.
The intro changed slightly, but it was just a higher quality audio clip.
Yeah, but that's the only one I remember. What?
Nothing. Go.
Okay, bye.
Toodles.